thank you so much for watching our Carnival Magic series. It was a great vacation.
It was. It really was.
And before we start doing our recap of, some of our favorite things about this trip, about this cruise ship, we'd like to remind you to please stop right now what you're doing and hit that subscribe button, because we're going to talk about a giveaway in a little bit. So that's really important that you subscribe and also hit the thumbs up.
Yes, we're so thankful that so many people watched our Carnival Magic series. We, of course, want to travel more and do more cruises and also do more international flights, domestic flights, things like that. Mom and my grandmother Mimi will be going to, where are they going?
We're going on the Norwegian Escape, and we're going to New England and Canada.
Yes, so that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over some of our favorite things that we did, not only on the ship, but also in our excursions, and also some of the favorite things that we ate on the ship, of course. Let's go over what we did on our sea days.
So a few of our favorite activities on the ship itself were tea time.
Yes.
So tea time, of course, and that's usually and it's always on a sea day, I guess.
It is on a sea day.
So make sure you look at your fun times to see when that happens. One thing my husband really enjoys is the military appreciation get together, and they had it actually on this ship twice. And that's a good time for the veterans to get together and just kind of celebrate all the accomplishments, and also remember those who had passed away in times of war. He really loves going. Even if you don't have someone in the military or a veteran in your family, go and show your appreciation.
Another thing that we like to do, it's also kind of a tip. So in our family, we like to eat early. So we usually eat around 5:30, and there's two dining options if you want to have time dining, and that is 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And of course, Carnival offers anytime dining as well. But this actually came from one of our viewers, Jacob, his mom. She wanted us to get this tip that if you are really wanting to go to the late night activities such as the mega deck party, or maybe the late showing of one of the shows, because they do have 2 show times, go with the earlier dining time. Go with the 6 o'clock if you're going to have time dining, because if you have the 8 o'clock dining, you're going to miss the later show time. That's usually at 8:30, and deck parties or atrium parties, they're usually around 8 or 9 as well, so you'll be in dinner at that time. So we recommend early dining times.
And talking about shows, go see the shows on the Magic.
Yes.
They were all fantastic.
So there were 4 shows that we saw. One was 88 Keys, and that was songs regarding pianos. So like Elton John and people like that, their music. Another one was a country show where they did covers of country music. Another one was a rock and roll show. They did covers of rock and roll music, but our favorite was Flick, and that was the show that did the music from movies, and it was amazing. The theatrics were great, but not only that, but the lighting and the lasers and smoke, that was what was amazing.
It was a beautiful show. If you're going to make it to any show, go to Flick.
So then we also, for your 25th anniversary, we all went to Cucina del Capitano, and we highly recommend that. We recommend going to specialty dining, but if we're going to recommend one of them, go to Cucina del Capitano, because legit some of the best food on the whole ship.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Upcharge was only $15
per person.
Yeah, and it was the first time that we had been there, and it was so good. Everything we had was delicious. This is actually not an activity, but this is the first for us, and that was get an aft balcony at least one time on a cruise ship. It was so pretty. It was just the wonderful view coming and going from the ports, but also we had a lounger, and so if you wanted to lay out in the sun and you didn't want to try to find a lounge chair like by the pool, we had one on our balcony, and it was just so nice to be able just to go out there, no chair fighting or no fighting for a chair, and so it was just a great thing to have. And we loved in the room. We also loved the fact the rooms were super long.
Yeah, You can either have a queen size bed, so 2 twins pushed together, or 2 twins separated, but you also have a pull-out couch on the Magic for your aft cabins. So it was very nice. You could easily fit up to 4 people in that room with a lot of space. Of course, you have a nice balcony space. Also, the bathrooms had so much shelf space. It was phenomenal. And the vanity area had a lot of space as well. So we love that. Just keep in mind, this is the one negative thing. If you have someone who can't really walk that far, but they want to go to the shows, keep in mind the aft cabins are at the back of the ship and the theater is at the front of the ship. So just a good amount of time for you to walk from the back to the front. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so my father and I on our last day, we decided that you already watched that video, but we decided that we wanted to go on the water slides. And it was so much fun. There wasn't a long wait for the water slides. They were very nice. But there was this one water slide, I call it the toilet bowl. It's like you go through a tube and then you end up like in this big bowl and you keep going around. That is scary. So I mean, do it once, so you have it on your list of things you've done. But just keep in mind, like, they're not for the faint of heart.
And a good thing to do that, a lot of people might not think about doing is to go to the Red Frog pub, relax, play a game, and also, if you like a cocktail, have a cocktail. We actually brought some cards with us, and we did that, and it was just such a relaxing time.
If you don't have any games to bring to the Red Frog pub, there's the library. It is on the 5th floor. Then the Red Frog pub is on the 4th floor. So you have to check it out from upstairs, go to the Red Frog pub, and then of course return the games. But it's a lot of fun.
And also another C-Day activity that is only on C-Day is C-Day brunch. And we just suggest you go there. It has a very different menu and has a lot of good options, and it's just a fun thing to do, and it's a great meal to have.
Yeah, which also, the 2 times we did C-Day brunch, we did not sit, only with our family. So the first time, and you met them, Laurie and Hannah, so they, we're actually Facebook friends with them now, and it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
But like, we had C-Day brunch with them, and it was a very enjoyable experience. But we also had a C-Day brunch on our last day with a newlywed couple, and they took the groom's parents on their honeymoon. Of course, 2 separate cabins, but it was just very interesting. And the guy in our table, the father-in-law, he was hilarious. So yeah.
All right, so now, since we're talking about food, let's talk about some of our favorite food. At Cucina da Capitano, everything we have is good. But also for lunch, you can go there for free, and you go there and they give you a piece of paper and you choose what you want on your pasta, and they cook it fresh and they bring it to the table, and that's free. It also has Caesar salad on that menu too. But for the upcharge restaurant, everything was delicious.
And this is for dinner.
For dinner only. And we had the best dessert Hannah and I did ever. Like ever, like we're still thinking about that.
Like you're craving it at night, kind of thing.
And we're not gonna say the name of it because it's really
Italian, and we can't speak Italian at all. So basically, it was like chocolate cookie, like coffee gelato, in between the 2 cookies, and then they had like this orange, almost like meringue off to the side with sea salt all over it. It was so good.
It was delicious. All right, so another favorite of mine was because we were on an 8-day cruise. They had a lobster night on one of the formal nights, and they had shrimp and lobster, and it was delicious. It was so good. That was probably some of the best lobster I've had on a cruise ship.
This is from my father because we had to include his opinions for food because he loves food. He loved the seafood penne that is available in your dining room, and it was a tomato-based sauce, and of course had penne on it. And there was mussels, calamari, shrimp, and of course they had Parmesan cheese on top. And it's one of the things that he always talks about. Yeah. Oh, I can be like the weird child, but I love mushrooms. Anything with mushrooms, I will eat it. So of course they came out with the menus, and they gave us the option for mushroom bisque, and it is so good. Now, people are like, ooh, that sounds nasty. It reminds me of cream of mushroom soup. nothing this similar. Nothing similar. It is so good. You have to try it. And the other thing is that they had mushroom pasta. And it's good for people who don't like to eat meat because these are two vegetarian options. And so the mushroom pasta was penne. No, was it penne? It was bow tie pasta, I believe. Oh God, what was it? I don't know. It was pasta. The mushroom pasta, it tasted like homemade pasta. It doesn't taste like box pasta, thankfully. And then it had like a creamy mushroom sauce on top. I don't know how to explain it. Get it? It's good.
And I also, when you get the menu, the dinner menu, you'll have your entrees and all that. But on the right-hand side, it has a port of call menu. And I like looking at that to see what they have because it's really was similar to the region that we just visited that day. And when we were in St. Kitts, I think, that evening it was sea bass. And that was delicious. So I would recommend that also.
Mm-hmm. So this is something I had, I believe, twice. So on other Carnival ships or on other cruise ships in general, they had like a pizza area, but generally it's like the pizza's already made and they just take out slices for you. Well, on the Magic it was different. They made the pizza to order. So nothing was out there like ready for you. You had to go up there, you tell them what number pizza you would like. They had different options. I got the fungi pizza, which is mushroom pizza. You know, my obsession with mushrooms. So it was great, fantastic, and it was thin crust. So it was nice New York style pizza. It was very good.
And Hannah talked about the soup. I also like the Moroccan pumpkin soup.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. If you just want something a little bit different but really good, it's delicious too.
Of course, you can't go on a Carnival cruise without having
warm chocolate melting cake.
Exactly. So my mother learned this from Melissa and Griff. If you would like to have like a Reese's peanut butter cup taste to your warm chocolate melting cake, you can ask for a scoop of peanut butter.
A little side cup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get your thing of ice cream that always comes with your warm chocolate melting cake and a side of peanut butter.
And I highly recommend it.
So now that we have covered what we like to do on the ship and the food that we enjoyed, we're going to talk about our excursions. We enjoyed our excursions for the most part, but we're going to tell you what we think they could have improved on and what we did enjoy. So our first stop was St. Maarten, and we did the tour of the island and the beach break. Now with St. Maarten, they have had a lot of devastation with hurricanes, so a lot of buildings are destroyed. It was explained to us that their government wasn't providing enough aid in helping refurbish these buildings that have been destroyed. So when you take the tour, it's a lot of destruction, and you're going to hear the tour guides kind of be negative and say, hey, this is where our hospital used to be. Hey, this is where our post office used to be. It's not, oh, this is where our government building is. It's what it used to be.
Yeah.
And so that was just like, it's reality, but it's something that don't go if you're going to think you're going to see something positive, because it's going to be a little bit of a downer.
And I think our tour guide was a little bit of a downer.
Yeah.
I think another tour guide would have made it a little bit better, but it is a very sad area, and there's a lot of destruction there.
But they are well known for their beaches. For example, Maho Beach, which has the planes going over it. We did witness that, and that was very nice. But we did the beach break, and we had a private section of beach to ourselves, and we had a lunch, and they cooked sea bass there, and it was very, very good. And it had like a mango salsa on top, and it was very, very good.
And this beach was actually right beside the airport too, so we also saw some planes. Of course, they didn't come like right over your head like they did.
But they were parallel to the beach.
It was really pretty.
It was very pretty. So we advise you going to have an excursion where there's a beach break and a lunch provided. But if you are wanting to see more of St. Maarten, maybe not take the one that we did.
Yeah.
Because also there was a lot of traffic, so
yeah,
we didn't get to see as much.
Right.
Yep. Okay, next is St. Kitts.
St. Kitts.
We didn't do St. Kitts.
We did. We got off the boat in St. Kitts, and we got on a water taxi and went over to Nevis.
We went to Nevis.
And I'm going to tell you, that was beautiful.
I want to live in Nevis. It's so nice.
So if you've ever been on a cruise already and gone to St. Kitts, maybe next time get on a water taxi and go to Nevis. And then it was a carnival excursion.
It was. We went, and we're going to be completely honest, we went because we're obsessed with the play Hamilton and the life of Alexander Hamilton. And if you didn't know that he was born in the Caribbean on the island of Nevis. That is what Nevis is known for, is having the birthplace of one of America's founding fathers. And so we went there for that, but we left with loving Nevis so much more than that. We loved it for their people, the beauty of the island. Let me tell you, the locals kind of treated us like family.
Oh, they were so
happy
happy
nice.
to see us. We were like an outdoor kind of bus kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we had the best tour guide. His name was Cookie, and you will see him in our videos. And I wish I could have brought Cookie home and be part of our family, because he was so sweet and he loves his island.
Yes.
And we would pass by the schools, because there were so many local schools, and the children would wave at us. I mean, it was just like,
it melted your heart.
yeah, it was like they really enjoyed having us there, and it was just a beautiful island. And then after the tour, we went to another beach break, and another place that we had.
Grouper.
It was grouper. It was delicious too, and it was just such fresh fish. I'm sure they just got it right there from the ocean where they were.
Yeah, and they also had coleslaw, but they put raisins in it.
Yeah.
And I hate coleslaw, and it was so good.
For that beach, you have to know Nevis has a huge volcano in the center of the island. So that beach, the sand was different. It had a lot of black kind of sand on there, and so it was super hot.
Because it was retaining the heat from the sun.
Sand was hot.
Yes, so for Nevis, you definitely need your water shoes. Thankfully, I had mine, and I was very thankful for that, because I tried to walk on it without water shoes. It was very, very hot.
Yeah.
So just keep in mind, bring water shoes, but your trip to Nevis will be amazing, and we promise
you have to go to Nevis.
You have to go. All right, next is San Juan.
San Juan, Puerto Rico. I love that too.
Yes. So keep in mind, anything we say about the time of our tour has nothing to do with the touring company. With Carnival, we were only able to dock for 5 hours.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a downer, because Carnival only has one port in Puerto Rico, and the Carnival Fantasy was right behind us waiting to get into Puerto Rico. So we only had 5 hours. So anything you hear us say about we wish we had more time, it was not the touring company. It was more directed to the timing of our stay in the port.
Yeah, but I will say we knew we were going to only be there during that certain amount of time. They didn't cut us short. It was just a short time in that port.
Yeah, but they legit used as much time as they could. The touring company did. And we loved them. We loved our tour guide Pedro, and we loved our bus driver Caesar. And let me tell you, Caesar should be in F1 racing, because he went up and down those mountains and up and down those curves so well, and it was just amazing how he drove like that.
And just to recap what we did the rainforest excursion through Carnival, and also the fort.
Yep.
What's the name of the fort, Hannah? Because you say it so much better than I do.
Okay, so the rainforest is called El Unque, and then the fort is Castillo de San Cristobal. So that's the two places that we went. The rainforest, beautiful, untouched, amazing. You have to go. And then we went to the fort, huge. It was well preserved for its age, just amazing. And let me tell you, my father is like, I want to go back to Puerto Rico so I could just stay at the fort for so long.
We needed more time.
Yeah, we needed more time. And again, that's nothing on the touring company. That was just, we only had 5 hours in Puerto Rico.
But when you go to the fort, go to the upper level, because the views from there are amazing. And you even get a beautiful shot of the ship.
And keep in mind, on the fortress, when you're looking at it, one side is going to be the ocean, the other side is going to be the port. So you literally have both views of the ocean on either side.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
And take a camera.
All right, and last but not least, our last port that we went to was Grand Turk in Turks and Caicos.
And for that excursion, we booked it through Carnival, but we just rented a cabana at Margaritaville. And it was an enclosed cabana, and it was fantastic. And we do have a video about that if you want to see what those look like. But it was right at the pool, and we had service for food coming to the cabana from Margaritaville.
And keep in mind, we did book our cruise about a year and 3 months in advance, and then my mother booked that cabana a year in advance.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not a last minute thing. You definitely, once you book a cruise, if you want that cabana, book it as soon as possible. It's very reasonable, it's not expensive, but you need to book it right away. It's not a last minute decision at all.
And we pretty much stayed around the pool. A lot of people like to go to the ocean. We'd already done 2 beach breaks, so we kind of decided we'd like to just kind of hang out at the pool. And a piece of advice for if you're doing that is to get off the ship as early as you can. We got off right when they allowed people to start getting off the ship because we wanted to get to our cabana, and we also wanted to get some chairs. Even though we have to take 2 chairs on the porch of our cabana, we wanted to get some chairs right in front of the cabana by the pool, and we did.
Yep. And also keep in mind, you do have an allotted time for your cabana. It's gonna be like we're in Grand Turk for about like 8 or 9 hours. Our cabana was only for 6 hours, so keep that in mind. They will give you a time that you have the cabana, so don't think that you have it for the full amount of time.
Plenty of time.
It was plenty of time, but yes. But that was the overview of that. We loved everything about our cruise. We want to go back to a lot of our places.
Yeah.
Hers is Puerto Rico, mine is Nevis. We just love those ports. They were just amazing. So
we just want to say that the Carnival Magic was a wonderful ship. It had excellent service. We loved our room steward, Jorge.
And we loved our dining staff, Oka from Indonesia.
Yes. And Carnival's probably one of the largest ships we have been on so far. I know that the Escape that I'll be on soon is even larger, but it was so clean and just very well organized. But one of the best things about the Carnival Magic right now is Simon London, who's the cruise director.
Yep.
Wow.
He has so much energy.
Yes.
That man is awake at 7 a.m. and doesn't go to sleep until, I swear, 1 a.m. Simon, we legitimately saw him probably like 5 times out of each day.
Yeah.
In person.
And when Hannah was talking about the shows, like a lot of cruise directors will open the show and maybe close the show, but you don't see him in between. Simon actually sat in the theater near us and danced and sang and clapped along with the show with us. And I just think that's great support of his team, and I think they really, really appreciated it.
And also, if you ever see Simon, his catchphrase is "lovely jubbly," and he will say that every time he comes on the intercom. So he'll say that every time.
Fantastic.
Yes. Of course, we love to hear from you guys and what you would like for us to go over, or places we should go. You know, we're planning 2020, so if you have some recommendations, comment below, because we always love to know where you guys like to travel and where your journeys lead you. So comment below, and don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and we appreciate everything. We appreciate all the followers and all the people that have watched our videos. Please rewatch them again if you enjoyed them, and we look forward to vlogging again in the future.
Alright, and we hope you enjoyed this video, and journey on!
Hi friends, and thank you once again for watching our video. I want to tell you about a special giveaway that we have for our subscribers with Journey with the Gingers. First of all we need you to do is first subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. And then below this video only, please comment and just say subscribe. That easy. Also, one more thing you need to do is that you need to like us on Facebook, or you need to follow us on Instagram, or you can do both, whatever you like to do. That information is also below. That's 3 steps. First, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Second, follow us on Instagram or like us on Facebook, or both. And finally, 3, comment below this video and just say, I subscribed. That easy. We're going to give away some prizes to you all. First, we're going to give you a adapter that we like to use on our cruises and on our trips, and we like to use this because it has like multiple plugs on the adapter and also has USB plugs, so you can take one outlet and make it into multiple outlets. Second, we're also going to give you our favorite cruise lanyards that we like to use to carry our keys on. Those lanyards are retractable. You get 2 with your prize package. Also included in your prize package will be some postcards and some cute things that we've collected along the way in our trips this year. So we hope you enjoy it. We hope you subscribe and enter. The final day to enter is September 16th. Dirty on!